Okay,
Hi.
Hisa. So hi. So what do we want to look at today in the field?
I think energy, time, availability. What's happening for me right now is I have so much on my plate, which is wonderful, and lots of clients wanting appointments.
Could you explain that? You explain your business?
I am an intuitive advisor. I do tarot, and I also have a background in psychology, so it's a
Okay.
combination.
You've got a
And
lot of clients coming to you lately. More than
yes,
okay. And
and um, when I get a gross of clients, I always worry about my energy. And recently, I've added um, hiring a personal trainer for workouts in the morning so I
okay.
can increase my energy, but that's taking up my time. I'm doing workshops, I'm designing workshops with you. And there's stuff in my personal life. So there's so many things to do.
Mhm.
And I'm an introvert, and it's like, okay, do I have enough energy for everything?
Okay, so there's an energy component, a time component. All right, I'm gonna switch my camera and we'll start to because this is starting to constellate. We'll start to we'll look in the field. We'll do a tabletop constellation here. So just give me a moment to switch my camera.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm back here with my hands. All right, let's do a constellation tabletop. And I think first thing we're gonna do, Hisa, is,
Mhm.
and people watching this, you can follow along and kind of do your own constellation. And you can also just be with us and follow Hisa's constellation here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna write Hisa now on a piece of paper, and that arrow pointing out, that's the arrow that Hisa is facing, and we're gonna place Hisa in the field. And Hisa, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you lead this. Okay, so go ahead
Mhm.
and tell me where you're gonna place Hisa now in
Oh,
the field.
right in front of me, I
Okay,
believe.
so just facing out. Okay, and that's
Yeah,
typically
facing
how.
out, right in
Yeah.
front of me.
All right, perfect. Okay. Why don't we'll just go ahead and write. Let's do he says energy. So we're gonna write he says energy, and then that arrow, that's the direction that he says energy is facing. And he said, where are you gonna place he says energy? Where are you gonna place your energy?
Well, I'm trying to. I would say Hisa's energy is um the the upper. Okay, so there's the upper left hand side. It's like on a diagonal. It's facing towards me.
Okay, facing towards you.
Yeah, exactly there.
Okay.
Exactly there.
Okay. So kind of looking at you. All right. Let's go
Yeah,
ahead
and
and.
somewhat blocking me, as
Okay.
I move forward.
All right. Got it. And let's put time. We're just gonna put time. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, let's be more specific. Let's put he says time.
Okay.
That felt applicable or apropos. So go ahead and tell me where he says time is in relation to you. And again, he's just kind of feeling into where these words, where this is in relation to her. She's using her intuition, placing it into the field. Go ahead and tell me where.
And Hisa's time, oh gosh, is probably directly facing Hisa.
Okay, so this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It just feels it seems a bit of a block.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let me just straighten up my camera here a little bit. Okay, so I go ahead and put your Hisa. Go ahead and put your hand on Hisa now. So you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
Hisa's basically feeling into how Hisa now feels in relation to what's in the field right now, which we've placed Hisa's time, and Hisa's energy. So she's just going to go ahead and feel how she's feeling in relation to that. So go ahead and Hisa, go ahead and tell me what you're picking up.
I'm feeling a little frustrated and like I don't have enough time for myself.
I also had the sensation of you actually pushing, like your frustrations, like pushing that away.
Exactly. I was in San Clemente yesterday for after an event, and I was at the pier and I was looking at these waterfront hotels, and it was like, wouldn't it be so nice to just escape, just run away,
just
and
push all this away. Don't want to
yeah.
deal with this. That's
and
what I'm
then
getting
just
here.
stay in one of these hotels for like 2 or 3 nights and not
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah,
That's that feeling that I have.
because it feels like if you push this away, you'd have this clearing space. It would be like it would be empty here, and that feels really good. But
Yeah.
but this is all up in your grill. This is all up in your face. Yeah. All right. So let's place your hand on let's do, since we put Hisa's energy first. Let's go ahead and place your hand on Hisa's energy. And Hisa, what are you pulling up when you get that?
Hisa's energy, I think, is kind of grateful that Hisa's looking at energy. Do you get that?
I'm getting there's a little bit of gratitude. I'm also feeling like Hisa's time is pushing away Hisa's energy.
Right. It just feels like
Hisa doesn't have energy because of the whole time. Like this is really occupying you.
exactly right. And if it's almost like if I could get through these next 2 weeks, I'll be a lot happier.
Okay. All right. So let's now look at Hisa's time. So placing your hand on Hisa's time. And let's see what you're pulling up here.
And Hisa's time is like saying to Hisa, look, this is what you wanted. Why can't you handle this?
Yeah. I'm what you asked for, is what I'm hearing.
Right.
Like I'm doing my job. I'm gonna let's sit with this for just a minute because I'm still pulling up things.
But it's a bit of a bully.
Yeah. It won't move. It's very much confrontational, in your face. And you feel it feels almost victim-y on your side. Like this does feel like a bully, and it feels like it's like pushing this too. So this, well, this is your energy is working with you, and this time is pushing away, is bullying your energy, is messing with your energy, right? So this whole time component in his again, there's this perpetrator victim energy going on. Yeah. Isn't that funny that time is a perpetrator? So let's just be with this a moment and let this morph a little bit, because we just acknowledge some things, and so it's gonna morph a little bit. There's a little bit of healing happens when you acknowledge. So let's just say, Hisa, can you actually put your hand on Hisa's time and just say, I'm a bully.
I'm a bully.
So we're just going to let that land. It's going to land in the field, and all these parts are acknowledging that.
Okay, so could I share with you the image that I got?
Please.
I had like the time seems like a mechanical function that fills my day planner. And it's disregarding of what energy I have. It just wants to fill up my day planner.
Okay. I'm also hearing, and I think this one's to be acknowledged, which is why I'm hearing it. Can you say, I do a good job?
I do a good job.
This-
And
mhm.
and then was this other thing that I've heard from childhood.
Okay, what is it?
Time is money.
Mm, okay. So let's just let that land. Let's just let those words land. I felt like it got lighter just then.
Mm-hmm.
There's some acknowledgement there. So I felt like it got lighter. Let's let it morph. And it actually feels like it just got young. What are you feeling?
Um, it
Feels like it
wants
got
to, it
got
wants to help me become successful.
hmm it
And
got
but it's just very one. It wants me to be successful, but it's almost like a tiger mom.
hmm so he said this is a part of you.
Uh-huh.
hmm Okay, so let's just feel into that part. So this is a part of you that is actually helping you and blocking you, and actually blocking you from what it is that you wanted to experience, which is that freedom, that clearing, right?
Right, right.
And also
What
blocking you from your energy as well. So
right. So the image that I'm getting is more like a tiger mom.
mhm.
Megan, you know what a tiger mom is, right?
Explain that to me.
So um, in America, there's a myth of the Asian tiger mom who wants success for their daughter or son, and they're like constantly putting activities in front of the child so the child would become successful.
Okay.
And it's not really thinking about the emotional well-being of the child. It's more like, I want you to be successful, so I have all these activities planned for you.
Yeah. hmm
Do you get that?
Yeah.
And what time has become for me is filling up my day planner so that it looks very pleasing to that part of me that is like a tiger mom,
hmm
but it's really not acknowledging that I need some freedom.
So I want you to put your hand on Hisa now, on you now, and
Uh-huh.
and you just acknowledge this, but let's just say a few more things. So you're gonna say, so you're gonna,
I
hmm
Yeah. What am I going to say?
yeah, go ahead. If there's something there for you, go ahead. I will,
I need to feel. I don't want to feel overwhelmed.
okay. So you're gonna tell this part. I feel overwhelmed by you.
I feel overwhelmed by you.
So we're just gonna let that land. Just breathe into that. Okay. Just take a deep breath. Okay. Say, I lost touch with you. I lost focus with you. I lost touch with you.
I lost touch with you.
And in that, we stopped working together.
And in that, we stopped working together.
And you became a bully, and I became bullied.
And you became a bully, and I became bullied.
And I also lost my energy because
And
of
I
you.
and I also lost my energy because of you.
And my energy fluxes and shifts a lot because of you.
My energy fluxes and shifts and wanes and gets drained, and sometimes because of you.
hmm
And and sometimes because of you, I feel exhausted.
Yeah. Sometimes because of you, I feel exhausted. Yeah. So let's just let
Sometimes,
that. let's just let that sit, Hisa, for just a moment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all kind of all these parts are taking that in. So we're just gonna let the soul moves at a slow pace, and this work is at a slow pace, and it takes a little while for our bodies to viscerally gather those words. So let's just slow it down a little bit, and it helps us also stay out of our heads too. So just breathe into that. And I want you to say to this part, I know you're also trying to be helpful,
I know that you're also trying to be helpful,
and I'm willing to work with you so that we can do this as a team.
and I'm willing to work with you because I know you're trying to be helpful. But Megan, you know what's coming up for me?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of childhood stuff
Mm-hmm.
of having, a very demanding, like, family expectations.
Mm. Say, I had a lot of expectations put on me growing up.
I had a lot of expectations put on me growing up,
Culturally and from my family.
culturally and from my family.
And you're a part of that.
And you are a part of that.
And I think that's also why you're so strong too.
And I think that's also why you are so strong too.
There's a lot of culture. I keep pulling up a lot of culture here, little images.
Yeah.
And I want to just say to this, I honor that. I honor you in that way.
I honor you in that way, but you have been demanding too much of me.
Mm-hmm. I honor you in that way because you are a part of my family and a part of my culture.
I honor you because you are a part of my family and you are a part of my culture.
And it doesn't work that you've been bullying me.
And it doesn't work that you have been bullying me.
And I won't let you do it anymore.
And I won't let you do it anymore.
I don't need you to do it anymore now that I know what's going on.
Now that I know what's going on, I don't need you to do this anymore.
But you can actually work with me
But you could actually work with me.
because I see that you're strong and I love that strength.
Because I see that you're strong and I love that strength.
And you're a part of me.
And you are a part of me.
So let's just let that land. How does that feel?
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of energy going through my body right now.
Okay, I feel that. Yeah. So let's go back on this part of you here, Hisa,
Mm-hmm.
and let's just feel into how this part is how this is landing for this part. Okay.
It's softer.
Yeah, it's very soft. Yeah. It's yeah. So this part feels like it's willing to willing to work with you now. Okay. You feel very strong right now compared to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this part
Mm-hmm.
feels softer, and you
Mm-hmm.
feel like the strong one. Like you're the big one now. This is the little one, right?
Or this one says, well, how could I support you instead
Yeah.
of bullying you?
How
Yeah.
can I support you? Yeah. So that's beautiful. Let's just let that land.
Mm-hmm.
So it's how can I support you now?
Uh,
Is there a movement? Go ahead. Is there something to say?
so now it's happening where it's more like a triangle, like the one that we had in the last thing, where, yeah, it's exactly. And then the Hisa energy one is more like it's making a triangle. Yeah.
So I like, so feeling into Hisa energy, it feels like there's now space, and this now, that it doesn't feel bullied
Mm-hmm.
by Hisa's time anymore. And it feels like these all feel like they're even parts now.
Right.
There's a partnership, there's a harmony and a
Mm-hmm.
balance, which again is what the field is always going towards: harmony, always going towards balance, which is again what we're just facilitating here, is that harmony of these parts of Hisa's field. All right, Hisa, is there anything, let's just feel back into how that feels for Hisa now, for you now, to have
I
this balance. Go
I
ahead.
feel relief,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I feel more hopeful towards the future.
Yeah. I love this. There's again this feeling of peace, and now when I'm standing in the shoes of you, I know what's going on. So there's this
Mhm.
awareness that now that I have this awareness, it's like knowledge is power, and now I can take the next steps knowing how to handle my time and my energy. And yeah, there's this excitement for the future now that
And
this.
it's sort of like a triangle. It's a communication. There's communication between these three aspects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. All right, Hisa, let's end it here, and I'm just gonna
Okay.
Switch me back to me. That went to my face. Oh, you know what? Let me, hold on. Let me switch me back to, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my video working. Oh, there it is. Woo, hey!
Hi.
My eyes are like half closed, which is sometimes how I work with the field. My eyes are half closed. Okay, great. So thank you Hisa for letting us do the exercise.
And thank you so much, Megan. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate that.
Yeah. So again, people that are watching this, you guys can, as you do more videos with the Morphic Field, as you watch more videos, you'll learn to do these constellations on your own. We are starting up our Zoom weekly sessions here soon. Contact us. We do workshops one-on-one as well. And all right, thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.